Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Thais Abundance Nation, and today we're talking about Abdullah's views on self-concept and how to master it in 3 easy parts. And so Abdullah is actually an Ethiopian man who taught Neville Goddard all about the law of assumption. So next time you hear about Neville Goddard talking about, you see all these things, you need to read up on Abdullah. Now, I've done some primitive research and I haven't been able to find a lot about him. However, I was looking online actually for an old school encyclopedia set to see what information those books, those old encyclopedias contain, because a lot of the information that we have access to now is not all the information. And so Abdullah was the one who taught Neville Goddard all about the law of assumption, meaning you have to be where you want to be. You've got to be there now. And so he tells the story about I'm in Barbados, about how every night before he went to bed, he would say, I'm in Barbados, and would allow his mind to create dreams. And dreams are tapping into your subconscious mind. That's when it is fully active. And so dreams can be really profound in providing you messages and different things to help you with questions you may ask before you go to bed, if you ask questions to the universe before you go to bed, and or if you're like Abdullah, where you say, I'm in Barbados. And so really getting into self-concept is just simply what you believe about yourself vibrates in the world around you. So if you say, I am rich, your environment around you is going to vibrate that. Now, it may not physically look like that at all times, because Abdullah shares that story with Neville Goddard about how he was envisioning about being in Barbados, and then Christmas came that year and his brother sent him on a free trip. And so you never know when something's going to appear, but if you can believe it and embody it within yourself, right, the feeling is the secret, then you will be able to master the law of assumption and also master getting those things that you desire in your life. So part 1. So I took French in high school. I did not take Spanish. Everybody was taking Spanish, but I wanted to take French because I was just like, I'm going to be different. That's just always the type of person that I've been. And my French teacher taught us conjugations through what they call a mnemonic device. And a mnemonic device is something that helps you remember things more easily, whether it's through a tune or through a rhyme. It helps you memorize things. And so when we would conjugate verbs, that means break them down. So I am, you are, she is, he is. Je suis, tu es, ils ont, right? And so we would go and it would be a song. And so I thought about that the other day in some of my meditations, and I started this practice where part 1, you have to start with the I am, right? So je suis, I am. And I said, okay, I am. And then I thought about the next part. You are, tu es, I am rich. And I said, you are rich. And then I thought about the elles sont, and I said, oh, she is rich. And then I said, oh my goodness, those are my 3 parts. I am rich, she is rich, then we are rich. And the reason I'm switching out the you are, yes, you can affirm with the you are, telling yourself what you are, but of course most powerful is going to be I am. And so starting with the I am is going to be part 1. You've got to start everything with I am, because I am is in the present tense. I am is going to embody who you feel you are in that time. So that's your perspective of yourself. Then you're going to say she is or he is. So that is then how the world sees you. So now you've taken one affirmation, you've affirmed who you are, you're affirming she is, he is, they are, okay? You're affirming who you are and how you are viewed as when you say she is or he is through the lens of other people. So I am rich, she is rich. And then lastly, acknowledging that part that you are a spirit, that you are mind, body, and spirit. We are. Okay, so you're taking that mind, you're taking your heart and your spirit, and you're sealing it together. I am rich, she is rich, we are rich. And so you're acknowledging all those different parts of your mind, your conscious mind, I am, being in that present. She is, affirming how you want others to view you and perceive you in your reality. And we are, that your mind and that your conscious and your subconscious mind, your spirit, that we are one, that we all commune together, that we talk to each other and help each other process. And so starting with that I am, part 2, affirming that she, he, right? How this is that part we're seeing how people affirm you in your reality. So if you're saying I am rich, and then you're also adding she is rich or he is rich, right? Then you're saying that people in my reality are going to view me that way. Those are going to be those thoughts in their mind when they see me. That's how they're going to treat me, based on knowing who I am. Now they know who she is. And then lastly, in that part 3, knowing who we are, knowing that you are a trinity. I call it the manifestation trinity, because you have your conscious mind, you have your subconscious mind, and then we have that part of us that is spirit, that is connected to source, who those of us may call God, or Jehovah, Muhammad, all the different people, Allah, all the different names for the divine source, from which I personally believe we came. And so although it may not be in that traditional standard of believing of where we came from and who is up there, we get too caught up with the who. We're not going to know who until we go bye-bye, okay? That's what I personally believe. We're not going to know who. But in the meantime, if you affirm things in your life, I am, she is, he is, we are, right? Whatever pronoun you prefer there, she, them, they, whatever you prefer there in that second stem, by doing that and affirming that 3 times. So now, if I'll just say, I am rich, she is rich, we are rich. And you can also take it and make it a scripting exercise as well. But one thing I want us to focus on is not when we know, I know there's a lot of things I hear about robotic affirmations, but when it begins to feel tiring that you're saying something all the time or thinking something all the time, that's your mind's natural indicator that it's time to stop. I do not believe in overdoing things. Yes, I believe in robotic affirmations because I have found that they're really helpful. But if you notice, some of the most popular supercharged, yes, there are affirmations, right? Why am I, right? But then also you can put that extra twist in the 3 parts by affirming your self-concept for yourself, for the people around you, and then your mind, body, and spirit by starting with I am, whatever pronoun you like, she, he, them, they, we are. And following it up with that affirmation, saying it 3 times, just once a day, is all you need. Because the law of assumption puts us in a state where we assume we are who we are as soon as I say I am. But it helps to break down and welcome in the mind into the co-creating process, knowing that you're the one, right? The operant power with I am. She is, affirming how you want those in your reality to affirm you as, and then we are affirming that divine source filled part of your mind, of your body. And by doing that, approaching your self-concept and those 3 ways will allow you to magically tap into Abdullah, who was the originator, right? When I say the originator, the one who may not have been mainstream about law of assumption, but what it is that he explained to Neville Goddard, and what Neville Goddard had to come back and tell us all. And I'm Thais. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.